All right. Well, on today's 30-minute mechanic, as you can see, got the bike laid over. I drained the oil out of it. It was kind of, didn't really make me have warm, fuzzy feelings. So we're going to pull this clutch cover off and just see what's hiding inside. I hope it looks great, but I fear it's going to be kind of ugly. So buckle up. Let's go. All right, let's start jacking with this. Yesterday, just a little bit, I got a couple of the screws loose, and then it became painfully obvious that some of these were not going to come out. So I went home, got my impact driver, because these, for some reason, Yamaha thought, hey, it'd be a great idea to put some Phillips head screws in here. Oh my gosh, Phillips head screws are the worst because you just never can get them out. I've got most of them loose. See, that one's loose, that one's loose, that one is not, that one is not, that one is not, and that one is not. So let's use our impact thingy dingy and see if we can get some of these. I may have to have my readers on. That might help what I'm doing. That helps a lot. Man, those things are ugly. One thing about these dudes is you need to make sure they're going the right direction. I think that one was going backwards. See, that's what's going on here. Am I just dumb and I don't know how these things work? Okay, that's the proper direction right there. Give it a whack. Okay, that one's loose. Give this one a, what's going on here? This thing may need some lubrication. Lubrication for its soul. See if I've got something to lubricate it with. Really not sure. It's kind of. All right. Hey, Jonathan, I borrowed a squirt of WD-40. Jonathan's my buddy that I share my shop with. Let's see, is that going the right direction? No, it's not. It is. Where's my hammer? Okay. Nope. We can get that one loose. Shot WD-40 everywhere. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, I think that one's loose. Seems kind of, whoops. And that's not the most optimal tool. It keeps wanting to change gears on me. I got WD-40 all over my hands. It's all super slippery. Let's see if I got, let me get my big screwdriver. See if I'm getting things loose here. Well, that screwdriver already over there. Ah, there it is. Ah, Yamaha, why? Why? Oh yeah, that's loose. That's loose. That one's loose. That one is not. That one is not. Of course, the hardest ones to get to are not. So let's make sure this thing is turning the right. That's backwards. Okay. That is the proper direction. Now, where to put my hammer? Let's give it a whack. I think the thing is. Yeah. And I give it a whack and it changes direction. Maybe that's how it's supposed to work, but that's not how my brain feels like it should work. I think I turned it. That last smack. This one. Now I had to buy this driver. I had to do some work on my, I've got an 08 YZ450. I had to do some work on the carburetor on it. And I had to get this daggum driver to get a Phillips head screw out of it on the carburetor. That's still going the proper direction. Don't break. Hope I don't break something here. That would be unfortunate. Okay, I think that turned. Let's get our regular deal here. Yee-hee, that one's loose. And I think this one's loose. Great success. I need my bolt. I need a bolt bucket here. I think I had one. I've got a magnetic one right here. Now I'm just getting used. All right, I zoomed in a little bit so maybe you can kind of see what's going on a little better. Got this little guy. Let's see if we can just go backwards with it. There's one. There's two. There's three. Come on. Three. No, don't fall. Somebody's been in here because there's silicone on everything. Some point in this bike's life. Also, when I drained it, it's obvious it had some water in it. And the drain plug here, somebody's horked up the drain plug, cross-threaded it, so it's all kind of jacked up. So add that to the list of doodads I need to get. It's not encouraging looking, but we'll soldier on here. I mean, whatever. It's probably going to be all gooey looking. And whoa! Uh-oh, man down. Great. Did not know that was going to fall into the... Evidently, that is a... that's your little fill plug, I guess. Gross. Now, the oil you see here is not all from this bike. There was already oil in this pan when I drained it. Yep, that's just a fill plug. Interesting. Not a fill plug, but a level. I guess you fill it up till it pukes out that hole, and then I don't know. I guess I should read the book. Anyways, it's out too. All right. See if we can see if this thing will just. Oh, nope, not going to pull off. I'm going to have to come up with have to just wrap on it just a little. I think it's moving. Come on. Yep. Let me go get a screwdriver, also known as a pry bar. Pry bar. Pop this guy off. This is kind of fun. I've never done this to an old bike like this. Actually, I've never done this to any bike. Well, I've had the clutch cover off my 450, but not. Whee! Wow. Actually, oh yeah, look at that. Ugh. You know, like gunk down in there. It's like clutch material, which, hey, not unexpected. I would expect to see clutch material down in here. Actually, doesn't look half bad. Clutch basket's got some notches in it. Let me set this over to the side. Don't really have a side to set it right at the moment. Got a carburetor coming. It'll be here tomorrow. You know, I could have. It was very tempting. All the carburetor stuff you see, you know, $40 for a Chinese carburetor for one of these, and you know, it's tempting and all to just grab one and call it good and motor on down the road. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So I actually got a carburetor for an 83 IT175. So I've got most of one, but I don't have the whole thing. I'm missing a few pieces, parts. Oh, hey, don't wiggle out of there. Let's pop the, looks like it's had a clutch put in it at some point because the bolt heads are all, I need another can of juice here. Because that one's out. Oh my gosh, what was that? Shit. Let's grab another can of spritz them there. While I'm doing that, well, it's kind of looks like clutch basket. It's got some notches in it. That's not a great thing, but for what we're doing, probably not a big deal. There's some goo down the bottom, probably from the old clutch, previous clutch. I'm gonna pull them bolts out. We're gonna look at the plates and the steels and all that and kind of see how that looks. Maybe I can get my camera zoomed in here just a little closer, maybe. Oh yeah, we're zoomed in a little closer. I don't know about you guys, but I go through brake clean like crazy. And I usually get it at Walmart. Super Tech, get it at Walmart, and then I buy like a whole case at a time. Oh yeah. Okay. But that kind of sprayed down. Oh crap, I didn't get over here with the right tool that won't quite fit. Hang on. Got one more. Hey, let's do a little clutch pulley pull here. Oh, that ain't no good. Push on the clutch and you just barely see anything move. Those are probably 5/16 head dooley whoppers on there. Or 8mm. I'm guessing and I'm right. Some of my car videos, you see me using this Ryobi. Man, that's the most handiest little dude. Hey, there's a spring. Where's my fan? There's another spring. Guarantee I'm going to drop some of this in the pan. Where's that? Springs. Here's my newbiness showing through here because I've literally never taken a clutch apart on one of these. That's 10mm right there. So that means I need a 10mm. Once again, unprepared. 10mm is what color? Blue. I've said it before, these colored sockets like this are awesome. Actually, you don't need to take that off. I didn't think I did. We just hung. That's her actuator rod that shoots through there. Okay. Oh yeah. Come on, clutchy do. Oh boy. Where's my pry bar? Also known as, that one's kind of stuck. Oh yeah, we're going to put clutch plates in there because that one just came all to pieces. Sort of. It was all stuck. Stuck to the steels. Yep. That's why it wouldn't move when you squeeze the handle. Lever. Yep. We'll separate those out. Yeah, these things are all just glued together in here. Which, whatever, you know. We'll pop them apart. Clutch plates are not very expensive. But entirely necessary. And probably get some. We probably clean up the steels. You can see where the plates, of course, you can see that big as day where the plates have stuck to them, and we'll have to clean those up. Yep. Okay, that's all the bits. All the bits out of there. Yep. Clutch is donezo. Whee. Yeah, you can see all that brown in there. I don't know what that brown goo is. Brown goo is. It's water or rusty oily water or something. It's all in there. Well, it's rusty, oily water with brake clean in it now. It's a pretty gnarly. Man. All this stuff in the pan down there, in the pan, in the bottom is probably clutch basket stuff. All right. Well, I guess we found another part we're probably going to need. We might need a clutch basket. Because that's pretty ugly. Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to have that much wiggle to it, but it's got some wiggle. I'd love to get some of that stuff cleaned out down in there. Oh, so I could go ahead and take the clutch hub out. Although I don't know if you take the nut off, does it have a, you gotta have a puller? You have to have a puller for this stuff? I don't know. That's stuff I'm gonna have to learn. Shouldn't be this side of the drive side looks pretty good, but the basket, man, has some gnarly notches in it. Doesn't promote smooth clutch operation. Speaking of clutch operation, the 450 I have has a Recluse automatic clutch in it, and that thing is awesome. I bought the bike from a buddy of mine, and he put it in, I think, and gosh, you don't ever stall it. I think I've stalled it one time in its life. Having that clutch in there, and it just makes that bike a dream. It's got power for days. And, yeah. Looks okay, I guess. Huh. Let's bend that tab down. Let's just keep progressing here. Let's bend that tab down and see if we can pop that nut off and then go from there. Oh, speaking of nuts, my flywheel nut came in today. So I have a flywheel nut for this car. I need this. I need my chisel. And I'm going to need a socket, and I have no idea what size. Hammer. Big hammer. Wood chisels, not just for wood. Screwdrivers, not just for screws. Come on. Come on, stop that. There we go. That kind of bent down. Here comes the $1 million question. Can I just whack that with the impact and zip it off? Let's find out. What size do you think that is? A 20 something millimeter. What is this? Big old rack of sockets here. Oof. Once I get this kind of torn down, I'm gonna take this bike and put it up on my workmate. What? It's not that one. What is that? It's 21. Is that like a 22 millimeter? Great. I don't have a 22 here. Okay. 21. 4. 21. What in the devil? 19. I mean, really? Ah, brother. Now we're just going to start looking for imperial sockets that fit. Looks like 7/8 is going to do the job. Off. You just whack it. Yeah, that didn't work. I can just kind of hold it somehow. Hey, nuts off. Had a moment of panic there, thinking, what if this is left-handed thread? That in the motor bucket. You ever taken head bolts out of an engine? And that distinctive kind of petroleum burnt kind of smell? Well, that's what I'm smelling right now. Hey, look. That just comes out. Awesome. There's a spacer behind it. And, oh boy, we're doing all the good. Stick that. Yahoo, Mountain Dew. Clutch basket. All right. Man, everything looks far better than I thought it was gonna. After seeing the oil, I was like, oh, brother, this is gonna be terrible. But aside from the notches in the clutch basket, everything looks pretty good. Got a lot of silicone goo down in here from somebody. But we'll get all that cleaned up. Yay. Man, I'm just that far away from a crank seal over here, too. Got seals ordered. They should be here sometime. I don't really know when. I wonder if there's any way to restore these clutch basket. I've seen some deals that have little metal sliders that slide in there, but I don't know if that's something that bikes come with, or if that's something you can get and to make the clutch basket last longer. I don't know. We have to do some research on that. But now that we're this far in, I think that dude pulled out. It did pull out. There we go. I'm a little worried there for a second. Mainly because I've never taken this stuff apart, so I don't know what it's supposed to look like. You know, there's a little more of that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's all spinning pretty good. All these bearings seem to be all right. I think we're gonna be in good shape. Now, I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna put this thing up on the workmate so I can get to everything. This standing on my head. I don't have a bike lift or anything because I don't deal with motorcycles a whole lot. And usually if I have to take a cover off, I just lay the bike down and then I waddle around the floor, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to actually pick it up and put it on my workmate and use my workmate as a bike stand so I can take wheels off and do all that kind of stuff. So, all right, there it is. I just picked it up, set it up there. These bikes don't weigh a whole lot. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a strap on the back here, just to pull the back end of the bike. Probably just go right around the shock linkage like that. Well, I didn't leave myself enough strap here. And I'll just go down. Well, darn it. Come on. Just go down and hook it right down there. And then come around to this side and pull it loose. And we go behind the brake rod so I can mess with it too if I need to. Dadgummit. That's twice I've done that. Come on. Okay. At the end of my strap. And we'll just zip it down. Hook it right there. And we'll just pull that down. There we go. That's actually pretty good. That didn't make a half bad work stand for this. Sure, everything's. Could put another one on the front, and then it would be really. Where's another one? Oh, there it is. Could put another one on the front, then I wouldn't worry about it falling off and hitting me in the noggin. I'm sure one of you guys probably has a better way to do this. Actually, I could just hook onto that on both sides, couldn't I? And there's all sorts of motorcycle stands and things nowadays to work on them, but I don't have any of that stuff. So we'll just make do with what we got. That is so much better now. Now this thing's up high where I can sit on my stool, I can scoot around, I can look at it and get y'all in there and see what's going on. So this is what we're looking at. Now we got it up in the air. Got it parked in front of our big block turbo Mustang we call Green Bean. Right there. So now let's turn on the light. Boop. You can kind of look at it. Kind of looks gross with all that aluminum stuff from the clutch basket, but we're gonna research clutch basket. You got any tips on clutch basket restoration? Give me a holler. Now that I was talking about let me go over here. I'll grab this. I thought there it is. Wood chisels, not just for wood anymore. These work. Turn that back on. I don't know about on motorcycles, but on cars, these work. I mean, look at that. These work fantastic for getting old gasket material off. Just keep your wood chisel sharp. Way better than trying to use a razor blade. Razor blades are terrible because they flex and bend and break and dig in. These are stiff. You can keep them sharp. They'll just scrape gasket material right up there. So use a wood chisel. Use a wood chisel to get your gasket material off. Boop. Well, it's going to do it for 30-minute mechanic today. Got our clutch cover off using our little impact driver. And everything in there kind of looks okay. Actually looks better than I thought it was gonna. I was afraid it was gonna be rusty and gross, but it's just got aluminum residue from that clutch basket. Got any tips on fixing clutch baskets or anything like that? Drop me a comment down there just below the video. And man, I'm really happy with how these videos. Actually, I've only done one video and it's done really well. I mean, there's been a lot of people taking a look at it. So these bikes are great, and I'm having a good time with it. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.